Hi guys, here I am live. I'm a little bit late. I've had a little bit of a drama in the house, but it's okay. I'm coming back on as we speak, and I'm going to talk to you today about my experience with ayahuasca. I'm just going to, while I'm waiting for Facebook to recognise that I'm live, I'm going to share my my live stream with a couple of groups. So just bear with me while I do this little bit of admin and share all of this stuff with a few different people. I'm just going to do it on Evolve and on Abundance. And then I'm going to get into the juicy stuff about ayahuasca and Shamanic Journey, which after all is really, well, I find it amazingly interesting. That one's going on Evolve and Thrive. And then I'm going to get one on Abundance Flash Mob, and off we go. So one more share. Thank you for waiting for me, guys. I see that someone's here is actually here on live with me already. This is a really great subject, and if you've not experienced the ayahuasca, well, I'm going to be telling you all about it. There we are. Maybe I'll just do one more. Maybe I'll just go one more. I'm going to go on to Daily Ask Hickory. I think that's a good name, isn't it, for a group? Daily Ask Hickory, Katrina Ruth's group. I'm doing a little bit of publicity here for every group owner. Oh, that's not letting me. There we go. Where's it going? Come on, paste. Right, here I am for you, like, oh gosh, guys, hello. Thank you for waiting with me. Hi, Sam. Hi, Patrice. Lovely to see you here. So I'm a little bit late today. I said I was going to do this at 3:30 or 9:30 Central American time, or 3:30 Greenwich Mean Time, and I'm a bit late because, bless him, Stuart's been really ill today and we've had to go to hospital, but he's fine. He's had a brain scan. We've had a lot of drama, but he's absolutely fine. He's had lots of diamorphine and he's upstairs in bed. And I decided that while I was on this heightened level of I'm doing it, I thought I'd get on and carry on and tell you all about my experience with ayahuasca and why shamanic journeying can give you the same experience too. So ayahuasca, what on earth is that? It is the most potent natural hallucinogenic there is in the world, and it is part of a shamanic sacred ceremony that the indigenous population in the Amazon forest use. And I spent quite a long time in Peru in 2005 experiencing this vine. It's called the dead man's root, and it actually only grows in the Amazon. So what it does is it's a tea. It's horrible. It tastes disgusting, and it's black or bluey black, and you drink it, and then it takes about 45 minutes for it to work into your system. And I don't know if any of you remember, maybe I'm showing my age here, but do you remember the kaleidoscopes that you looked in, and you could see geometric patterns and all sorts of different colours? Well, that's what happens to you first when the ayahuasca hits your lower intestine. It starts to open you up to all sorts of things. And I remember thinking, oh my God, here it comes. Oh my God, it's coming. And then after that, it will purge your body. It will it will detox you on every level. So physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So the people, I mean, there were 5 other people in the ceremonies that I were taking part of, and 2 shamans were holding space, and they smoked the cigars, and we had a fire, and it was done by moonlight. We all had to wear white because the shamans wanted us to be white in a very high vibrational color, because they were holding the shadows, if you like, at bay. Because when you're detoxing like that, your vibration can drop and your vibration can lift. So the shamans were invested in our growth, and they wanted us to have the best experience. Now, what happens is after your physical body has been purged. So some people throw up. I actually did throw up, but not in terms of physically, but in terms of energy. I could feel energy moving up and through me. And one of the things that I do now when I am working shamanically with people in the journeying is that I transmute energy for them in the same way. The other thing that happens is that you detox emotionally. So emotions that have been stuck down in you come out. And I remember one of the people in the ceremony, the first ceremony actually that I was part of, had such grief that she spent 8 hours crying, and it changed her life. It takes a lot to hold that sort of emotion down. And that 8 hours really shifted and changed her. So after that, what happened with me was that I started to see my guides with my eyes open. I saw archangels. They came down and spoke to me and told me where I was going and what I was going to be doing. And particularly Melchizedek, he's a master that I work with, and he's he's about your potential. Don't ask him or talk to him about what he sees as trivial daily life. He doesn't want to know. Trust me, I've tried. And occasionally he's actually intervened in my life, or it's felt like he's intervened. I know it was me, but he was pushing me forwards to stop things that were no longer helping me. So he came through in the ayahuasca very, very strongly. He's gorgeous. Oh my God, he's amazing. Huge rainbow cloak, staff, very, very, very big energy. And the other thing that happened was that every single traumatic experience that I had an inkling of but had buried in my unconscious was shown to me, like a movie. And parts of my spiritual self I collected back because I saw the spiritual relevance, not the human relevance, the spiritual relevance of all of my experience in this life. I also saw past lives and different things like that. And in the ayahuasca experience, I realized that I could travel into the multiverse, into the parallel universes, and I could see different aspects of myself living different lives, ones that I hoped for, ones that I was afraid of. It's all happening in the multiverse. Now, the reason I'm talking about ayahuasca like this is because when you work with me and you journey shamanically, which is pretty much what we do in every single session, unless there is emotional reframing that we have to do. Sometimes we've done the journeying and then we have to actually get to a place where you can make a powerful choice in your life and you can step forwards into taking action in a different way than you normally do. The shamanic I do is I'm invested in it. You know, part of the shamanic way is to be invested in your client's, hi Whitney, in your client's growth, and not in I need an outcome here, but in the fact that you are guiding them for their greatest good. Now I never know what is the greatest good of my clients. I just set the intention that we're going to find what we need to. And in journeying, we go through different portals, we find different areas in their own energy. And what happens, very much like the ayahuasca, is my clients are opened up to their potential, the potential that they can't see because they've hidden it deeply within them, because human life has come and layered upon them, and their main intention was survival. Well, when you become an adult, we're no longer going to get eaten by jungle animals, not in the Western world anyway. We might actually get eaten by corporate world or difficult families or relationships, or by actually being really mean to our own selves. So shamanic journeying allows you to take off of these layers of knowing how it should be, of knowing what you must be, of deciding that you need to fit in a mold. And it allows you to look at who you really are. Now, one of my clients recently was listing her own shamanic heritage. And she's actually not choosing not to use that in her life, but now she is accepting it as part of her intuitive powers. But what happened is that we went in a journey and we found ourselves in Scotland, actually, in a circle of stones. And she was standing in them. She could see an aspect of herself standing in the middle, obviously a past life aspect, where she was a shamanic healer and was using the herbs to help people become well. And what she saw first off was this terribly scary, wizened old woman, and she wouldn't go near her. And then I asked her guys to step in and to take the cloak of learned behaviour, I can't think of another way of describing it, off of this aspect of her. And as he did that, my client saw her shamanic power, her Celtic shamanic power. She was actually really wonderfully dressed in this green cloth, and she had an emerald staff. And it lifted her personal power up from her sacral chakra, where it was stuck, all the way up through to her heart. And we were able to allow her to open her heart up for her own intuitive power, so her higher self connected to her much more deeply. Now, why I'm talking to you about this today in particular is that I'm launching my mastermind, my 6-week mastermind. It's about success consciousness. Success means many different things to all sorts of people. But success consciousness is about opening up to your potential. It's about knowing that you are enough just by being. It is about understanding that you have the power to create whatever it is that you want to. And it is about collecting all of your energy back to you from wherever you've left it. And every single situation that you've experienced, you will have split different parts of you away. It's about stepping into your spiritual power. It's about knowing and trusting that you have your own life in your hands. And it is about getting past every single time that you think you're bored, every single time that you feel like you're pushing yourself and you're beating yourself up. It is about coming into a place of wonder, and it's about coming into a place of joy, and it's coming into a place of spiritualness in your human form. Now we have these kind of roller coasters of emotions, and our lives go up and down, and that is good, because it's without these little dips we can't experience the highs. But the thing is, when we dip down, it's about staying focused, it's about keeping the faith, and it's about trusting yourself. And that's where Shamanic Journey really, really does help you do that. It strips away your excuses, very much like the Ayahuasca vine does. It shows you your absolute truth in the moment. Now, if you're interested and you want to come and talk to me about joining my mastermind, I have 10 places. It's for 6 months, and the investment is £600 per month. Or if you pay in full, you get 1 month free. So do send me a personal message. I want to hear from you. I'd love to talk to you about how it can help you. Okay, guys, there we go. I didn't think I was going to be able to do that today, seeing as I've had quite a lot of drama with a hospital visit and Stuart being unwell. But I feel really good about this. My energy feels really high, and I invite you to come and meet me and talk to me about my mastermind and what it can do for you. I will see you soon. Lots of love. Bye, guys.